So in this case, you are getting the output as 2025. What it is going to do? It's going to extract the current year from the system defined date. So you have the system defined date like 6th February 2025. It's just going to extract the current year from the system defined date. But when you do the same thing like select toChar function, you want to define your own kind of user defined something like 02 January and something like 2025. Okay, comma, and you want to extract the interval something like yy from 12. When you do this, you are getting that the error like the invalid number. Why we are getting the invalid number? So this is one of the things that we have to discuss today. Okay. You are getting something like what? Error at line number 1, invalid number. Always remember the toChar function. Okay, whenever you are using the toChar function, okay, and when you are declaring the date directly, so toChar function, and you are declaring the date directly, it is something like 02 January 2025. Right? So this date will be treated as the string date. It is a type of what type? This is going to be treated as the string type. This date is going to be treated as the string type, because you are entering this date directly, whatever the things that you are entering in the single quotes, because it has been entered manually in the single quotes, within the single quotes, because it has been entered manually in the single quotes. Okay, so this is going to get treated as what? String. To get treated as string, but the toChar data type is going to accept the date type format or the date timestamp format. So the date has to be declared in the form of date type or the timestamp type. Apart from this two, it will not recognize this string type. Right? That's why you are getting this kind of error. So this is the one of the observation that we have made. So how to make sure that this is working perfectly? So there is some other function that we are going to discuss with this, which is like the toDate function is there. You can apply the toDate function so that any given string will be converted to the toDate, to the date function. Any string function can be converted to the toDate that we are going to see. Okay, now let us try to solve some problems. Before solving the problems, we have also understood something like, so you can take the system date like you can pass interval like 4 y. You will be getting like this. Okay, and also you can pass intervals like something like year. So we have discussed about this year interval. We have discussed about this. Output is going to be written in the form of the complete readable type. And we have also discussed about something like for months. We have discussed about you can pass month to extract the number in months. You can pass MON to extract the first 3 characters from the month. You can pass MONTH to extract the so that the output is going to be what? Going to give the full name of the month. So these are the intervals that we have discussed, and apart from this, we have also discussed something like date. So D intervals, DD, day of the earth year. DD, it is going to give us day of the month. D, it is going to return the day of the week, and we have it is going to return the full name of the day, and we have something like dy, first 3 characters of the date. Right? So we have discussed about the day interval, we have discussed about the time interval, week interval we have discussed about. The week means is going to give us the week of the year. WW is going to give us the week of the year, right? Followed by W, week of the month, followed by I think WWW Yeah, only two things are there, www. Two intervals to fetch the week of the month, to fetch the this is going to fetch the week of the year, this is going to fetch the week of the month, right? And last thing we have discussed about the time format and the character format intervals. So time is like hourly format, 24 hours format, and you have something like minutes format, seconds formats, AM or PM format, right? These are the examples for the hourly format, right? And at last we have also discussed about the quarter format. Quarter in the sense on what quarter currently we are living in. Quarter format is like just there is only one interval that you can pass, is the Q itself. So this is just a quick recap for the previous class. Now we will implement this by using our own table which we have in our database. Let me extract the table. Let's select page size 100 and set lines 150. Right. Here screen, select R from. Okay, now I have list of employees. If you see the description, describe employees. I was telling you, right, this to-char function can be used with the data type called date data type, or else you can use this for the timestamp data type. So since our hire date is what, or the information that is under the hire date, okay, is of what type? Date data type. So you can comfortably use the to-char function on this particular data type. How we can use this? First of all, let us try to write our query. The query should be like the query is like write a query to display all the employees who joined in the year 2020 by using what? By using two underscore char data type. Two underscore char. Okay, how the query can be written? So we can do what? We can do select star from employee. So I'm using the where clause. Where clause, I am saying that I want to extract the specific employees who has joined in the year 2020. So this is my requirement. There are three employees here. So one employee is here, another employee is here, another employee is here. There are three employees. So this all the information that I want to extract is under the data type called what? The hire date is under the column called hire date, right? So I need to pass the first argument as the hire date, right? So this is the column where I have to deal with, and in this column I just want to extract what? I just want to extract the year. See, I'm just doing YY. I want to just extract the year interval. So this year interval should be defined in the single quotes, right? So this is the where clause, isn't it? Where clause, I'm using a function. Okay, this function should get, this should be equal to the year interval, which is what? 20. Right? I'm extracting only the employees who have joined in the year 2020. So I want to ensure that this is going to return 20. This hire date is going to return 20. We know that. This has to get compared with 20. Only if this is returning true, you have to display these things in the console. Or else, if it is returning false, you cannot display it in the console. Okay, where condition, right? So I think it is matching. This is a typical example which is going to return all the employees who has joined in the 2020. Now, if you make one observation here, right? Let me go back to the screen. So this is making more sense, but the problem here is just try to focus on this year. So the year has only what? Only two integer values, 20. For example, in the, like, for example, you may be thinking, like, what if you put 2020? What if you put 2020? The moment you put 2020 instead of 20, right? It says no row selected. Because if you look at the higher date, right? Higher date is designed in such a way that the day has two numbers, two integer numbers, uh, the month has three characters, and the year has only two integer numbers. So if you place two integer numbers in the actual data for the year in the place of the year value, definitely the comparison should happen in such a way that you should place the two integer numbers, right? So this is going to be what? This is going to be null, because this is going to return false. This condition, this where clause is going to extract a condition, right? It is going to check the condition in such a way that, right, it is going to check all the, it is going to check all the rows, but this condition is not getting satisfied. Why this condition is not getting satisfied? According to the toChar, the toChar is going to compare the higher date, right? 20 double equal to, equal to 2020. So that's why for each and every row it is found to be false. That's why you're not getting any error in the console. You're just getting what? No rows displayed, no records found. Something like this, isn't it? No row selected. No row selected. Right? So this is one of the. What if you do something like y. Okay. Now in this case you are getting this y because higher date, there is higher date. Okay, the function toChar is going to take the higher date. The first time the higher date is going to be what? 10 January 2020. So see, it says system date, for example, select this date from 12. You are getting the default date format. So this is also using this higher date is also using the date format. Internally, you have an option to what? You have an option to convert this to YYY interval, or you have an option to convert this to the complete what readable format. You have an option to convert this to what? Whether it is ADR, everything you have. But the moment you do the comparison with this interval, okay, the value should be compared with the exact number of intervals. That's why you're not getting here error here. But in this case, you are just doing a kind of what? You're just doing a kind of, the output is getting extracted in two integer values. The last, it is taking just the last two integers, but here you are comparing it with what? The complete year value. That's why in this case no rows are selected. In this case it is valid. This is valid one. Okay, good. This is invalid one. The wrong records it is displaying in the console. The wrong records are being displayed. Okay. Next thing is next query. So write a query to display employees who are joined in the year 2020, 2021, and 2023. So you want to extract all the employees who have joined in the year in three. I can take the 3 years, for example. I want to display all the employees who have joined in the year 2020, and I want to extract 2018 employee. I want to extract 2016 employees. Okay, I can also do that. And also we can also do something like this. Let us see. Select the star from employee where toChar function, right? and you can also pass something like year. Okay. So here it is saying not selected. Now what you want to do? You are passing the year here. Year means you are mean to extract the complete year in the readable format. 2020, 2019, something like this, guys. Let me see. I just want to convert all my column. I just want to convert all my added column to the readable format. What I can do? Select to char, to underscore char. Okay. I will be passing what? I will be passing the year date, comma. I want to convert all my column to the readable year format. Okay. From EMP. Readable year format from. Now, if you see all the column, all the year date column, we are able to convert it to the readable year format. 2020, 2019, 2018, 2021. Right. So I want to do the comparison by using the where clause. In this case, I want to do the comparison. I want to get the information of employees who were joined in the year 2021 or who was joined in the 2016, 20 or 2021. Let me take 2021. I'm copying this format. I'm placing it here. Okay. I'm just copying the format here and I'm just placing it here. I just want to display all the employees on it. It should be in single quotes. You're getting the actual employee list. So you can do this kind of operations as well, right? In the year interval. But while doing this, you have to be very specific how the complete year will be displayed in the form of string. From numbers to how the string is getting number to string, you should know this. You should know the format. To replicate this format, I just taken what I have just converted this to the year. Then I have copied this format. Okay. The above query is all the employees in the form of string. Now next query. So write a query to display employees who joined in 2020, 2016 and 2021. So I have the multiple requirements here. Okay. I want to display all the employees who were joined in these years. You have 2020, you have 2016, you have 2021. So to achieve this, we are trying to extract data from different rows in the same column. The column is same, but the rows are different. We are trying to extract the data. Okay. Now let us see our employee table. Select star from EMP. Okay. Now we are trying to extract data like 2020, 16, 21. 2020, 2016, where is 2016? 2016 here and 2021 is here. So these data are in different rows, but are under the same column, but the rows are different. Right? I can do a simple query like select star from EMP. I can use where clause. var class. Okay, from the var class I can use the toChar function. This toChar function is going to accept the higher date call, comma is also going to accept what, the year, right? Year format here, and I will be using the in function. So this inside in I will be placing the employees who are joined in so and so specific year. I can list out all the employees. I can list out all the higher date details who was, who I want to get. For example, if I say my requirement is I want to see the employees who are joined in 2020, 16 and 21. I'll be just saying 20, comma, and 16, comma, and 21. Right, so this is the one of the ways we can able to extract all the employees. You can keep placing the your actual requirements here. If you're not interested to use this inquiry, you can use the where query with the combination of and logical operator. So that query is going to be very much big. With the combination of the or logical operator, that query is going to be a little bit clumsy also. So the in operator is going to extract the required information. If you want, you can add one more thing here, 2020. For example, let me add something like 19 year, 19 not 11 year. Okay. Okay. But 11 is not there. Only if the conditions are true, that condition will be returned. It is the least worried about the condition that is not even there. Right? You have that control. If it is there, it will display. If it is not there, it will not display. Right? This is the one of the ways that you can fetch the record when you want to see the information of an employee who joined in so and so specific year. Now another query I have, write a query to display write a query to display employees who joined the month of April, May, June. Who joined in the month of April, May, and June by using QCAR. I just want to display all the employees who was joined in this specific month. So not more than that. Who has joined? I just want to estimate who was joined in April, May, June. So what is the equivalent value of April? If you see, the equivalent value of April is, in the number wise, is going to be something like 0.4, isn't it? January, February, March, April. The equivalent value of May is 0.5, and the equivalent value of June is what? 0.6. Right? So we will take these equivalent values and we will use the month interval format to achieve this. Select start from employee where a higher date Year date, comma, month. Okay. In fourth month, fifth month, 05, comma, and the sixth month, 0. Okay. Now see, now we are getting what? We are getting the invalid number. Why we are getting invalid number? And in our example itself, in our employee example itself, we are taking the format. The format is meant to extract date in the number format only. That we are sure. That we are sure format is meant to extract the date in the form of months only. Right? But the problem here is if you take our data, our data is in what? Our data is in January, February, March, April, it is in the form of what? It is in the form of string format. Right? So to convert the equivalent, since we are using the 3 letters of the first month and 3 letters of the so and so month, so we are forced to use a kind of operation like, okay, the interval has to be what? Where higher date right? So I'll be taking something like the I think it should work. 1 minute. Month is there. The mistake I'm doing. Let me say January. Let me say May. Let me say November. Okay. Okay, something is missing here, guys. Select star from employee where. So where is not for. This is working. This should also work. Okay, we have missed this two characters. Yes, it is correct only. The number is formatted correct. I was thinking the other way. We have missed this function. They are not telling it to me. To-char function is missed here because that what we are unable to debug it. To-char function is missing it. So what if I want to do, by using the to-char function? What if I want to extract a month also? So month in the what we call it as this format, format, right? So you can specify the interval like you can specify the interval like you can specify the interval like single MOM to see if this working. Okay, it says no row selected because here the combination is not matching. You're giving one here, you are giving what? 04, 05, 06. How does the combination will match here? You have to specify like Jan, June, something like AUG. Okay. Since this is matching, you can. What is it? Court is not popular in Metro.
June.
Juna. Okay, this quote is missing. Correct. Correct. So if you are using MON interval, the comparison should be like same like the MON interval. So this is how the comparison has to be. If you are doing the other way comparison has to be the other way. For example, in our previous example, you are using something like means the comparison, the interval is means here also you should give the same thing. Interval is MON means here also you have to give the same thing. Right? If you do the opposite, this will be evaluated to be false. This is one of the examples. Proper queries. This is one of the query, and you can have another query, this one. Okay, and you can also have, that's it. So this is going to give you the what we call it as the, or this one is going to give you the wrong results. This one, no row selected, wrong results you will get because the strings are not matched. No matching. Interval and the actual formats are not matched. Interval is MON, but you are defining the a different format here. So the comparison should be like both should be equal. The formats are different. That's why it is invalid. Okay. Now there are only few more queries here, and now I want to display all the employees who has joined in. For example, if I want to do the same thing, if I want to achieve the same thing, I can achieve it. Something like this. Select star employee. You can use the where condition, to underscore character, year date, okay, comma. And I want to compare the month as well as, so month is in the form of interval, which means the comparison has to be what, 1 to this 2020. I want to list out all the employees who has joined in the year 2021, and also specifically, right? I just when you was joined in the month. Okay, let me take the month here. I want to take the month here as well as I want to take the month as well as the year. To underscore char function higher date. This higher date is going to consider the year interval. So let me consider y. Okay, equal to 2020. So the employee should be joining in the month of November. Okay, now if you see, we have all the employees who have joined in the year of November. But is there any employees who have joined in the year 2020? It is not. Let me take August. Okay, August. We're combining two conditions. One condition is it should be joining in the month of August. It should also be joined in the year 2020. If you have such employees, can you please display that to me? So we'll get the result as this combination of two things. Previously, we were seeing only about whether the employees are joined so and so months or so and so years. Now we are combining the two queries here by using the two clause. Right, you will get this. And if you want to convert this with the logical operator, instead of using AND operator, you can go for OR operator. But the length of the query is going to be very large. To avoid that, you are using in here. To combine different data sets, you are using what, AND here. This is one of the examples. Whenever I open SQL Plus, the system is running very slow. So this is one of the ways, and another way is like you can do the same thing in another way, right? You can use the select query. The select query can have You can combine two intervals, m and y, right? And you can use the equal to operator. You can do the comparison here. So the comparison can be like, okay, 8th month, and the year is what? The year is 2020. You will be getting the same thing. So you can perform the comparison in the same interval, right? So month, it will check for month. Okay, is there any employee who has joined in 8th month? After checking that, it will hold for some time, and it will also check for if there any employee, only extract the employees who has joined in 2020. So these both queries are one and the same. This query is same like this query. So you have another option to use this. Which one is better? I would say this is better, right? Because you are avoiding using the AND operator. So this is better. This is second way. For example, if you want to play with this, instead of 2020, let me take something like 2016. Let me say 2016. No row selected, because one condition may be matching but another condition is not matching on the same row. Right? It should match the both condition. If you have such requirements, you can go for this. And you can also, not only month, you can also include the date also. You can include the date also. Day interval also you can include. It's also fine. Days in the format, okay, let me say 10. So 10/08/2016. No row selected. Because no employees matching on our requirement. That's the reason why. If you want to match that, let me take 30th August. 30 day DD is 30, month is 8, and the year is what? 2016. Now it should match. It is not matching. 30 is there. DD 08 is there. So I am using a different interval for date or what? Day of the month is correct only. Should be 30. 30 August. Okay, 2016. I have to take 2020. Okay, no employees have. Now it's correct. You are getting this employee. These are the combinations that you can use. Combination. And this combination. Okay. Now last query, let us see. Write a query to display employees who joined in a specific quarter. Who joined, let us say that who joined in the second quarter of, let's say, 2020, of their 2020. Like, very simple. Same query, select from employee where to underscore care higher date, right? So you want to find the quarter month, right? Find the what? Find the second quarter in 2020. You want to find the two things here. One is you have to find the quarter. Second one is you also want to find the year. What is the year? Okay, 2020. Right? So year format is like YY. Okay, this is going to extract all the employees who are joined in a particular quarter and the particular year. Both conditions should be valid. Right? Equal to, I want to find the employees who are joined in the second quarter, and the year should be what? 2020. Okay, you have only one employee. The name of the employee is what? The name of the employee is David, who has joined in the second quarter. Second quarter is what? April, May, June. So he's joined in the second quarter and the year 2020. So this is also possible. You want to do the same thing by you can also do this by using the and logical operator, but that is going to the query is going to become very large. So this is better. This is the query. So lastly, not only this, you can perform some operations like select star from EMP. Let me show the table here. Screen. Here you can perform the operations like something like select year date, comma year date. Just use the where clause to do the conversions also. To underscore char function higher date, comma one. I want to display only the years as year of year joining from EMP. So I want to display the columns. Okay, I want to do the manipulations on the column. What manipulation? I'll be taking the column. I want to display. I want to extract the year in 4 intervals. Y interval. Okay, and I want to use the name of the new column as year joining. Okay. You can also do this kind of operation. You will get year date as well as the year of joining. Likewise, you can also do a lot of manipulations like if you want to convert this to year, you will get list of all employees who were joined in specific year 2020. If you want to choose only the a kind of category like only the kind of category like month and the year, month followed by the year, you will get the month as well as you will get the year as well. Years are joining in the complete string header. You can play with the select query by giving all the combinations. If you want to display quarter also, you can leave a space and you can add quarter. The quarter is also displayed: first quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Likewise, there are some aggregate functions in the future. You will be adding, dividing. You will be able to do such operation. The next one is the last operator, which is called last conversion operator, which is called as what? The to date conversion operator. So it is very easy. No much explanation is required for this particular function. If you want to have an operator which is going to convert the string data to the actual date. For example, if you are placing something like 024 January 2028. Okay. So this will be treated as what? String. This will be treated as complete string. If you are not using any data type, this is going to get treated as string. You want to convert this to the exact data type. For example, let us say that this is getting represented by using what? Varchar2. What? You can define a data by using varchar2 also. No issues. You can also define the data by using varchar2. You can store that. Let us say that this is defining data what? Varchar2. Okay, and I can say that when you have used varchar2, it means that it is representing the string data type. I want to convert this to the actual date data type. Okay. Even though it is it is readable and it is in the format of date, but internally the storage wise it is going to get stored as the string data type because you are using what? Varchar2 data type. Right? We want to convert this to the equivalent date type, so there is a conversion function called toDate function. If you use this toDate function, you will be able to do the actual conversion. I can say that the toDate function, toDate conversion function, okay, is used to convert string into the Oracle default data type. Oracle default data type. So remember this point. The syntax is, okay, toString, toDate, which is going to accept string. Example, to underscore date. Okay. So select to underscore date. Okay. I want to represent whatever the input that you are taking here. For example, let me say that the input is like 0, the format is like 01 AUG 2029. Okay. From 12. This input that you are entering from the keyboard will be accepted as the string data type. Okay. Now the conversion has happened. So now it is converted to the actual date data type. But if you see the format, it is in the Oracle default format. When I say Oracle default format, so here you are using 2029, isn't it? So this 29 is converted to only taking last two decimal places, last two places, right? And this is how the Oracle default data type looks like. Okay, the default data type is in the format of day, month, and year. That's why I said it is going to convert the default data type. You can also, possibly, like, you can also do a lot of conversion like this. Let us say that if you're giving input like to date, okay, the string, you can also sometimes you will be using slashes, right? Converted. For example, let me use something like hyphens here. Converted. Let me use something like, for example, AUGU I'm using. Is a kind of illogical, isn't it? AUG. What is this AUG? It is not recognized. Even though you're giving it the string, it is not recognized. Only the recognized strings are accepted. Either you can use first three characters in the month, right? Or you can use the complete character, something like AUGUST, accepted. The first three characters are accepted, the complete characters are accepted, right? Apart from that, if you use this kind of thing, for example, instead of representing March as MA, it will not understand. It will try to convert this to the equivalent date type, but that is not giving, that is not helping it to understand. It is saying not a valid month. MA. May I want to do May, but May is what MAY, right? Even though if you want to define it in if you want to spell it with the three characters or the complete name, it is May only. Just recognize. Can I use like this? See? May 2029. It is also like hyphen combination of this. Okay. Whatever it is will be recognized, but you need to take very special care about the day. Day you cannot do any manipulations. For example, even if you take one, okay, it is still returning. It's adding 0 in it. Apart from this, you cannot do any manipulations. But when it comes to month, there are high chances that we make mistakes. Instead of April, I say let me say APL. Not a valid match. So this should be you should take care of this when you are specifying this match. This is all about what? This is all about the toDate function. Okay, just it will convert the data type. Apart from that, the string data type to the actual date type. Apart from that, there is no special operation that is going to do. Only this is going to do these things. So this is all about 2 days conversion. And the next thing we have is we have to discuss something like the analytical functions is that. This is the last topic under the single row. There is analytical. Under single row functions, we have what? Only one thing is remaining, analytical function. Okay, to understand this, we have to understand the concept of what? Subqueries. Okay. The moment the subquery topic will be started in 10 days, the moment we start the subquery is nothing but a query within a query. There will be some situations where we'll be using the query within the query. Very, very interesting topic. That's thing. Over there, if you understand this, it will make more sense. Okay, if I try to explain this now, and again I will have to repeat over there, it will not make any sense, and you will not understand this also if I explaining this with without subqueries. Right. After this, we will be starting what? We will be starting the multiple row functions. Multiple row functions. Okay, like you can find maximum value, minimum value, average value. There are so many functions that you have under multiple row function. This is also what very, very interesting topic, and it has high demand in the real-time application. Apart from that, I can say that the single row functions are completed today. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay, most probably I will take Saturday, Sunday, or at least 2 hours. I will not this week. Next week I will take, so that we can complete the syllabus on time. Only few more classes are there. Few in the sense, at least there will be 35 to 40 classes. I will ensure that it is getting completed on time. Okay, thank you guys. That's all from my side. You can log out if you want.